Lovers of life, we are here at the D Las Vegas on Fremont Street in one of their standard rooms.
And we got the T on the D. And find out why this place is and what Circa has to do with it.
So stay tuned for that. But first, I'm Scott.
And I'm Justin.
And guess what?
We living for love. Welcome to the room
of 1,000 paper cuts.
All right.
An engaging title.
Right? You know I didn't come up with that. Scott had to come up with that.
We got to set the stage for this. We just barely arrived here at the D, and we came up to the room. We needed to call down to bell desk so that we could get our stuff brought up. And I'm trying to figure out the phone, and there's no labels. And so I'm just like, okay, cool. I'll press every button. You know, they got those like pre-programmed ones down at the bottom. Mm-hmm. I'm pressing all of them. Every one of them is giving me a busy signal. Mm-hmm. So eventually I call down to the front desk and I'm like, so, you know, we need our bags, but also, I'm not sure what's going on with this phone. Something ain't right. Mm-hmm. So they say, okay, we'll send up an engineer.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, there's no bell then here too.
And there's no bell here, by the way, so we actually had to go down to get our stuff, but we had to first wait for the engineer to come up and bring us a replacement phone or fix whatever's going on with the phone.
Exactly. So while we're waiting for engineer, I'm laying down on the floor doing some stretching because we've been walking all day. Mm-hmm. And I just had this kind of like theory, and it's a funny theory. It was kind of a joke. I said, you know what? This place is owned by the same person or people or whatever
parent
company as Circa, right down the way on the Fremont Experience. And I said, you know what? That place is brand new. They're probably putting all their energy into that place. Mm-hmm. All of the money is going there.
Yeah. So we laugh about that, like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's so hilarious.
It's funny. How could they do that?
Right.
Yeah. Why would they?
Yeah. So. The engineer comes up, and to their credit, that engineer was quick. It was like 5 minutes and they were up. Mm-hmm. And so he's messing around with the phone. He also had to fix the TV because it didn't turn on when we first came in, and I was trying to play with everything. He had to eventually pull out the cable box.
Yeah, pull out the box and, you know, wiggle some wires.
So if we touch that box, it's going to go out again.
Yeah, can't touch the box.
So, but while he's here, we're kind of joking around with him.
Yeah, I tell him my theory.
Yeah,
I said, you know what I said? Blah, 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 about, you know, the Circa, everything going into that. They're paying attention to the Circa and not the D.
Well, he says, yeah, that's exactly right. they're not paying any attention to this place at all. They even before Circa were starting to do renovations here. Apparently they only got through 3 rooms on the 3rd floor is what he said.
3 rooms.
And so, yeah, it's not very far off. They're saying exactly that's what's happening. The people who own this place are not that interested. They're more interested in Circa.
Yeah.
And it shows.
And it shows. So on the way out, Scott jokes around and was all like, oh, the TV that's like, looks like it's 2004 flat screen here in this room. He says, oh, what, did all the good TVs, you know, go to Circa?
Over there?
And yeah, they did. Yeah. We got the bad ones still. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And
not the bad ones, the older ones.
And so that's why we're kind of calling this the death by 1,000 paper cuts room, because like everything is kind of small and just a little annoying by itself, but it all adds up over time. Like as we were looking through the room, we kept finding things that were like, what is going on here? Like water damage on the walls, a 1940s rusted sprinkler head right in the room, popcorn ceilings.
Okay, yeah, I mean, popcorn ceiling, wires. Gross grout, water, what is that, hard water on the tiles. Wires that are exposed, dangerously exposed.
Yeah, like it just... You're gonna be like, damn, it's like a literal death in this place.
No, if we burn down, this is evidence.
Right.
Yeah.
We need to upload this tonight. So.
So let's start with the bathroom because that's what we usually always do.
In this case, we're starting with the high point.
I love this bathroom. Well, I like the sink. This sink is basically a, what do they call it, a farmhouse sink?
Looks like it. It's a nice inset.
Yeah, but modern farmhouse. One of the highlights in the bathroom is they have Bath and Body Works. We've never seen a hotel. I'm all shaken.
He's shooken by it.
I'm shooketh. I've never seen a hotel that has Bath and Body Works stuff in it. So.
Same, yeah.
Yeah.
That is weird. Modern shower.
It's a modern shower. I mean, look at that shower head. I think it's called like a rain shower head, but it doesn't come from the ceiling. It's big. Before you enter the main room, the reason why we have the ironing board here is because the closet's pretty small. I mean, so our suitcase, we'd rather have the suitcase in there than the ironing board.
And if you're wondering why that ironing board is wet, stay tuned for Justin's pressing thoughts.
If you hear a loud humming sound, it's because we have an ice machine in our room, which is right over there, also known as an air conditioning.
It does a great job cooling, but it's loud.
Yeah, it's loud as hell. The artwork. Look at this artwork. I like it, even though I just noticed that there's some kind of like white stain, liquid stain.
They didn't bother removing the. I noticed that elsewhere too. It feels like they didn't bother removing the last time they painted the room. Like there's like paint splatters on the one in the bathroom too.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that's the theme, I guess. This bed, it looks really comfortable. I've stayed at the D before. We've stayed at the D before, and it's not as comfortable as it looks. But stay tuned for the room review that you're watching right now.
Promo.
So here's a TV from like I'll give them credit, 2004.
That's hard.
Okay, 2004. You got your faux wood table. We have the faux wood that I despise, but you know, you live with it. These are cute. And they're actually clean. Kind of.
Not if you look inside.
Oh,
so,
there's
I didn't get a shot of this, but yeah.
There's like liquid. They got wet.
Oh, there's like dried stains.
I don't know how do those get wet. And you've got some chairs. This one looks like it's on its last leg. Get it? Last leg. Here's a mirror to check yourself out before you hit the strip. And then there's the view. that is pretty spectacular, except for the on the side of the building they have like the little film that I think it just says the D. I don't know what's on the
It's a woman's legs up in the air.
Okay.
Remember, like from the outside of the building, yeah, it has the D and then the woman's legs.
Got it. So you can't, if you stand in too close to it, it'll make you dizzy.
Yeah, I've never liked that. It's messing with the camera even now. You can see that it's
Yeah.
trying to create a pattern out of it.
But if you come over this way and look that way, you'll be able to see Stadium Swim over at Circa.
Kind of.
So at least you kind of get that, and I'm sure a night shot will be nice, but I don't know. We'll see. Even down to, I know this is kind of nitpicky, but the pin, it's like the old cheap,
It's a Bic.
It's a Bic pin. And we're like, can we get like, I don't know,
something nicer. Just I don't know. It's it's old furniture, it shows, and it's been repaired poorly and seems like 1,000 times.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it feels.
And there's a chair that's on its last leg.
He made that joke during the walkthrough too.
Yeah.
Just want you guys to know that.
Exactly.
He really wants that joke in this video.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna splice it. You know.
Now it's gonna be in
2. And the other one right now. And you've got some chairs. This one looks like it's on its last leg. Get it? Last leg.
So,
the room is dark.
Right, like
It's
the color
really
palette is also old and dated.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're coming hard for this one. The bed wasn't very comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, there wasn't a lot to really be that excited about. The only thing is really the bathroom.
Yeah.
The bathroom they've renovated like within the last 5 years.
You could tell.
Yeah, it's bright, it's nice in there.
Yeah. It's just they haven't
That's
kept
about
up on the cleaning. They haven't kept up on the cleaning. You could tell.
Yeah, there's a dust vent that is coated
with dust.
Yeah.
And like I said, the hard water on the tile. It's a beautiful tile. If only they clean it, keep up with it. Yeah. Justin's pressing thoughts. Justin pressing thoughts. Oh. Okay, so this doesn't steam. You know why? Because I didn't even bother plugging it in. Hello? Can you bring me an iron from the wind? Because I know it works. I'm going to tell you why I didn't plug it in. Okay, here we go.
But wait, there's more.
There was water in it when we first got here. So
housekeeping isn't emptying it or even
yeah,
looking
it
at
didn't
it.
empty it. The guests didn't empty it. Okay, people forget, but housekeeping, I don't know. Oh, and look at this. This thing is damaged. Ooh, that's a short. So I'd probably get electrocuted if I plugged it in.
You get that electrocuted.
And then look at this cord though. What is this from like 1980s? I don't know what decade, but this cord when they had like cords like this. It's like that old extension cord that my great uncle had.
Oh my God.
Why specifically my great uncle? I don't know. This is registry. Good thing I kind of like put my shirt in this hanger thingy so I don't have to iron my shirt. There are some wrinkles that I wish I could get out, but I guess I have to use body heat.
Oh
you
my
see
God.
that water dripping?
Look at that board. Look what he is doing.
But that's the steam. That's the steam button.
It ain't on.
It's the spritz that should be. Ooh.
Oh, there's that spritz.
That concludes Justin's pressing thoughts. So, I know we came hard for this room.
Yeah.
And I know that some people think or feel that we have Vegas standards. And sometimes we've came hard for
Reno properties
in a negative way. And because people thought that we had high standards.
Or that we have standards at all.
Las Vegas standards. Well, this proves that there's a property here in Las Vegas that
really isn't holding to that standard
either. You know, so I don't know. I'm sure we just want a clean room. It doesn't even have to look modern or anything.
Like the Park MGM has sort of, a dated look, but it's an intentionally dated look and it's well maintained.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so like vintage or classical.
Mm-hmm.
This
Or
is worn.
yeah, this is worn. That's a difference, huh?
Yeah,
that's
it
a
is.
real difference. So there you have it.
Yeah. Final thoughts, would we stay here again? Probably not.
Yeah, no. We've stayed here before.
Yeah, and actually, so we've stayed in one of their suites before, and that was nicer. But even still, it was one of the cheaper, like, appointed suites that we've ever stayed in.
Uh-huh.
So if you're staying on the D, personally, I'd pay the extra money to go to Circa.
Yeah.
That's where the attention is. Super modern, super nice.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So, if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe, hit that thumbs up, even share if you can. But if you don't do any of those things, at least subscribe.
Yeah, that.
Please subscribe. I'm just kidding. All right, so...
I'm desperate.
I'm desperate.
So there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. We got more to show you at the D. What the fuck was that?
Art.